Ah, I can see myself on Twitch. Ah, I can see myself. Maybe that's what it was. Ah, I can see myself. Maybe that's what it was. Albeit it doesn't look as clear as what I can see on my screen to the left, but clear as what I can see on my screen to the left, but it's kind of working. Maybe that's just something I need to fix going forward to increase the sharpness, I guess. 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 I'm guessing YouTube is working. So look, I'm guessing YouTube is working. Look, I'm guessing YouTube is working. So 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 look, guessing YouTube is working. I'm echoing, am I? I'm guessing YouTube is working. I'm echoing, am I? That might be because I have a window open. 1 second. How about that? I thought, yeah, I've muted my desktop audio, so hopefully that solves that problem. Yeah, it's because I was watching myself. No, vanity, you know. Right, okay, so at least... So basically it's because I was trying to stream in a higher resolution than 1080p. Okay, well, that's fair enough. But hello. Now you can see me, I guess. How is everyone? It's nice to see some familiar names. I was sort of thinking about it the other day. Obviously, I've not done a video on YouTube roughly a year, maybe, which, considering I came back and then disappeared again, as I like to do, and then thinking about streaming. I don't think I've ever streamed since I've lived in this house. I'm pretty sure I haven't. And it's almost 3 years that I've lived here, so... Madness, absolutely madness. I saw you and turned off my phone ringer. I have a scam bait channel now. Oh my goodness. I do watch those sometimes. It is kind of interesting, but like I feel like once you've seen one, you've seen them all. When they're trying to catch, it's usually Indian people, right? Yeah, it's the world we live in. But I'm happy. I'm happy it's working. Question is, has Laurie figured out that it's working? I just might need to increase the bit rate because what I can see on my left screen versus what you guys can see just looked a little bit blurry. So the next test, I guess, would be is if I unmute my game audio and switch scenes to the game. Aha, and there's the game. Oh, the problem is it's the game. Whoops. Yeah. Let me adjust the game. If I can do that, because it's weird though, because it's rescaling. It should have technically downsized the game as well, but at least this is an easy fix. I can just... Perfect. For some reason, I'm reading the chat on the screen that you're seeing rather than at the side. Don't ask me why. Now the game audio appears to be really quiet, but you'll have to let me know about that. Oh yeah, for sure, Kassara. Funny thing is, now I've started my new job, I always answer foreign numbers, but rarely Icelandic numbers that I don't know. You see, the thing is, in the UK, you get rang off just random numbers in the UK. Now, recently, it's been UK mobile phone numbers, but generally, it'll just be a landline from somewhere in the UK. And when it's from a landline that would be in the city that you're in, it's always one of those you kind of think, is somebody trying to actually get a hold of me or whatever? And the iPhone software recently had an update where you can get it to check to see if it's a real person. The only problem with that is people that were trying to get hold of me were ignoring it and not speaking like it expects you to, and therefore nobody could get hold of me, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. don't know if you care, but there's a noticeable delay between the Twitch stream and the YouTube stream. When you say a delay, like one's obviously quicker than the other. So Twitch is the primary stream. So it streams to Twitch first. I no clue why. And then it then sends off to YouTube twice. I've not set up YouTube Shorts, but you can stream to Shorts as well, and it's attempting to do that at the same time. I could switch one of those off, but I don't know which is which. So yeah, it's a little bit strange. But it's just like that the software has changed so much. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, all the different apps. So yeah, the problem is I'm gonna have to go through every single one of my scenes now and adjust the game. I can do this off stream anyway, but I set up different sort of layouts just because I know some people prefer things a certain way. So we've got one where the chat shows, the chat doesn't show. One where I'm on the other side in case my head is blocking something. And then the same again where the chat disappears. So I've tried to think of everything. I do have the ability to use like a green screen, so I'm not in this little square. But we'll try different things. It's good. I'm going to play different games anyway. So some things... Everyone should follow me. There we go. Some things will work better some games than others. Melon's requested Euro Truck Simulator, seeing as there's an Iceland pack. I might give it a go, but I remember last time I played that, my driving was absolutely atrocious. I'd like to play more sim games as well as city building games. These sort of games I absolutely love, but I do enjoy sim games. I've been playing Deconstruction Simulator quite a bit. What's the other one I was playing recently? Is it Car Mechanic Simulator or something like that? Let's have a look. Where's my Steam? Car Dealer Simulator. So yeah, I've been trying a few different things out, and some of them are quite fun. SimCity 2000. Do you think my PC would be able to cope with that? I'm not so sure. They started spoofing numbers in that. Yeah, honestly, it's shocking. I haven't got to play anything over a year. I get close to 100 phone calls a day, plus my eyes are getting bad. Wow, 100 phone calls a day. That is ridiculous. Thought he was going to say a floppy disk then, Noble, for some reason. Right, I don't know if any of you have been following Manor Lords. Obviously, there's not been an update pretty much in the time that I've not made a video, and you know, it's not coincidence, just one of those things. But this is kind of like a beta patch, and they've changed so much. I have spent a little bit of time like testing things out, but one thing I certainly do like is the fact that there are AI controlled cities now, which is really, really cool. They do seem to build pretty decent sized cities, but they don't know how to fight. So if somebody attacks them, that's kind of the end of that for them. But it's a good bit of progress, and it's certainly something the game needed, which in the long run will add a little bit of longevity to it, I think. There's another little village over here, and they've not built anything yet other than maybe some roads, but I've literally left the game paused. So I've not played Manor Lords since I stopped the series. Yeah, so I don't know at what point they're going to do any more updates to this beta. I've not seen any downloads for the game since I did the update, so I don't know if they've fixed anything yet. There is some fairly game-breaking bugs in it, but it's just very interesting just to go through all the different things and see what they've listened to, the feedback they took. Obviously, it's not just one person anymore, it's a whole team. And lots of things you can do from the start, whereas you couldn't before. So if I go to charcoal kiln, you couldn't do that before without investing a point. You can also do rye straight off the bat, which is potentially good in this region because it doesn't look very fertile. No, it's not. Yeah, so that's useful. We've also got mushrooms, which is something we didn't have before. Do I have any berries? Oh, it's just the one. Yeah. We got iron. We got fish. Sometimes fish can be eels as well, so... AI warfare, yeah. To be fair, when you get the raiders, which is what the second year in normally, if the raiders come via one of those, they just burn them to the ground, which is kind of funny. But again, it's one of those things that is progress. So at least they're trying something different. So what have we got going on here? We got some iron, which is great. We got fish right nearby. That's perfect. And that's a rich deposit as well. Mushrooms. This is actually a pretty good spot. There's food right on our doorstep. And then we have some clay. I think that is over there. The only downside to this region, I would say, is the fact that it's not that fertile. So, although there is rye, so we could go down that route in the future. But there's a lot of different things that would throw you off if you've not played for a while. It took me about an hour just to go through looking for different things. Even like the development tree is completely different now, which I can't look at yet because I've not unlocked the point. But this is a much better system. I don't know what all these other ones do because they're not in the game yet. But selecting your origin and the bonuses and obviously negative traits you get, it's a really good thing. And also the environment as well, that gives you buffs for your food and things like that. It's just a little bit more well kind of thought out, I think, to be fair. Hey, Laura, there we go. Yeah, I was trying to stream in a resolution that Twitch didn't want me to do, and I think that's what was causing the issue. I don't know. I mean, I just thought that'd be fine, but yeah, Twitch was like, nope, we're not having that. YouTube seemed perfectly fine, mind, but yeah, at least we figured it out. I was just saying earlier, there's lots of different games that I kind of want to have a go of. I'd like to do RimWorld again, actually, because since I last played RimWorld, which I feel like was probably 5 years ago now, I see there's so many DLC for it. That was something definitely on my list, and I know there's usually Twitch interactions. Well, there was back when I did, so I'm assuming it's a probably more improved thing than back then. New message. Is this just the... Yeah. We don't need that. Do you know what? I've not got my glasses on. That's how much things have changed. I've got old. I'm looking at the screen thinking, why can't I see that properly? There we go. Shed some light on the situation. A hitching post, that's what I was after. This is a sign of age, isn't it, really? Albeit, they're only reading glasses. It's one of those things, but they do make such a difference. But I have two pairs, so if this one's reflecting the light, the other one's got like a blue thingy on it to stop that. So if it starts being irritating, just let me know. And I can certainly switch that out. Right, logging camp we have. We also have a forester's hut, which is new, which I don't need right now. But that was one of the more infuriating things, is the fact you couldn't replant the trees, but at least we do have that. So we've got wood. We are going to need berries. What's the month? We're in March, so, or mushrooms in this case. So I'm going to get the forager's hut in as well, because it only takes the one log, and fish takes 2. I think we'll be fine initially. You got readers around your neck all day long. I do sometimes think I should take them to work with me, but because if I've got them on and I'm not looking at something relatively close, I'd be taking them off all the time, and I don't want them on a string around my neck. Speaking of Ostriv, actually, I did buy that when it was in a sale, because the copy I had, I couldn't update anymore. It was one that he gave to me many, many years ago. But that's something I'd like to have another look at as well, as far as city builders go. City Skylines 2, I just do not have any clue on how to play that game. It's so completely different. It sounds strange when I say that, but it is, and it's very buggy as well. So, but I would like to get into it at some point. But I just kind of want a little bit more variety It's very easy to pigeonhole yourself into one style of game, which is great until that game kind of falls off a cliff. How's the audio of the game, by the way? Because it looks relatively okay. I think it's maybe a tiny bit too quiet, but just from what I can see, I mean, I don't want you missing out on the lovely music of this game. It's some weird graphical things now. I remember these looking a lot more detailed, so I don't know if it's my settings, but still, the game itself, the ambience is absolutely just amazing. This is the Banished that we wanted, isn't it, really? Like a kind of a modern day take. If they did Banished 2, this is definitely Banished 2. You hear the effects, but no music. Music, that's 70%. Okay, music is the yellow fader. So I will up it just a little bit. To be fair, it increases the volume for me as well, so it's all good. Where on earth are you dragging that? Okay, you're going over for the mushrooms. Right, and we are going to get ourselves an ox because they are the backbone of our society. Without the oxes, we're not getting very far very quickly. It is an absolutely just breathtaking game visually. They've just got everything right. I can't fault the game in any way. I mean, it was so long between updates, I guess. I mean, that's pretty bad, and no communication either. But yeah, this is going to be one of those games that I think, well, a bit like Banished, you can just pick up and play at any point. 10 years time, you're just going to pick it up and play it. I think it'll be one of those sort of favorites. So they're going to do that. Well, I would like you to maybe get the logging camp done first. I don't mind you being homeless for a little while. It's still March. It should be warm enough. And I think they took the log down here, didn't it? Well, it looked like they were dragging a log down here, but they've seemingly not took it there. So I have no clue where on earth he went with that. Unless they came this way, but that... Oh, he has. I'm baffled why on earth they took that from there and gone that way. Unless he changed his mind when I told him to prioritize this one. Speaking of Euro Truck Simulator, someone on my Steam has just started playing it. Took the scenic route. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, look at that. I could imagine just sitting here fishing. I don't like fishing, but I can imagine it. It feels really well optimized as well. It doesn't seem that stuttery or anything, albeit I've not had a massive city in the game yet. But I guess when that time comes. What I find really interesting, this is sort of set in Germany, isn't it? Or that sort of area of the world. But they all sound English. There's no twang of like a German sort of accent. Not that I'm bothered. I think the English, what's the word I'm looking for? The sort of things they say is just kind of funny. It's comical. Right, have we got that? We have. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is to chuck 2 people in there. We'll assign an ox to that as well, just because we need a good bit of wood to get going. There we are. Not too fussed about, actually, to be fair, we should probably get that. Start getting some food. We've got a couple of houses here. I think they can be doubled up, so that's 4 and we need 5. But if I just speed the game up just a little bit, just to get those things going. I wonder if their banter changes if you play the game in other than English. Never tried. That's it. It's an interesting question. I doubt it, unfortunately. That'd be funny. Like in Japanese or something like that, or Russian. We are going to need firewood as well. I find, like, I've started a few different cities on this so far, just testing a few different things out. And it feels like you need to move quickly initially, at least on certain things. So like when it comes to firewood, it runs out very quick from the get-go. But the moment you start producing it, you have an abundance of it. I don't know if there's some balancing things that need to be done, possibly. But you can produce firewood so much quicker, and charcoal, it's just something to sell. You can definitely make money. Even you don't even get hides from, we don't have any animal resource spots here. You get pelts because they're hunting rabbits. There we go. Can we see them? It's like Elmer Fudd, isn't it? Hunting wabbits. I don't know if we'll see them. I have seen them running around. Oh, there we go. So no more deer, it seems. I don't know if they will add those back in. But there's certainly some bunny rabbits. We have a trade route nearby as well. Keep getting the odd crackling sound every so often. I don't know if it's the game or if it's my headset. Okay, so you're doing your job. Perfect. We currently have 11 timber. So we're going to need, if we have enough spare, that's not what I wanted to build. I want to build a house. Or a burgage plot. I might do this one slightly smaller. So I'd like to keep the trees. Now, trees definitely have an impact. So when you look at environment under woodland, you get 40% benefit on pigs. What we got there? Teeming. That's for berries, mushrooms, and tannery, which we're not going to be using anytime soon, but pigs and mushrooms we are. So it benefits us in a sense to have more trees, which obviously we can plant. Meadows depends. I guess there is farmland as well, isn't there? Which doesn't seem to do anything yet. It's just, yeah. I do love the changes that they've made for sure. And speed it up a tiny bit more. They had quite the deer problem long ago. Maybe rabbits don't mass migrate. Well, that used to be annoying. Chasing them across the bloody map just to keep up with them. But it does say that you can cause them to migrate. I can't show you because we don't have any in here, but it seems that mechanic is still there. With any luck, it works a little bit better than before because, yeah, that was mildly infuriating. Let me run a road through here. We're going to have to clear this up. And there's different types of stone as well now. I think this is classed as rubble. In there. I think this is classed as rubble. Well, it says stone, but there's different. So I think the stone is under this one. So you've got stone gatherer camp, and then you've got stonemason station for dressed stone. So there's loads of different types of food as well. There's berries, mushrooms, sausages, which we had before. Small game, which is the rabbits. Chevon, is that beef? No, because it's beef. Oh, chevon, isn't that horse? In French? What's that, cheval? Not sure what that is. Mutton, pork, and chicken. Then you got carp, smoked fish, which we had before. Eels, carrots, cabbages, beetroots, pears, quinces, apples. They've just flushed out the food so much, so there's so much more variety, which makes things a little bit easier, especially if you're in a region that isn't very arable. It's certainly better. Exactly, that's what I thought, but I don't. Maybe you can butcher horses. What's it? Oh, cheval. Yeah, cheval. I don't know what chevon is. Let's have a see. Let's check on Google. I remember when I was in secondary school, we went to France for like a French cuisine thing, and Cheval was on the menu and we thought it was beef. So we all ate horse without even realising it. Oh, it's goat meat. There we go. You learn something new every day. So I thought, well, we'll see, because we'll add some goats to this, but I thought goats would only give you the hides, but maybe it's all been separated. How did you find Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, by the way, Noble? And Melon, I think. I saw Melon playing it recently. I don't know if anybody else has. I just got so involved with that game. The weird thing is I got very close to the end and then stopped because I could see all the DLCs that were coming, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to wait until all the promised DLCs come out, and then I'm going to do it again from the beginning because I've got a better feel for the game and I didn't want to spoil the ending. Albeit, I'm pretty sure there's more than one ending, but taking their sweet old time to get all this stuff done. But that game was not a disappointment at all. It certainly does take a lot of time. I'm assuming you've not got a new homestead yet, Mr. Rambler. Where's the water? We need a well. I'd have preferred that here. I mean, I could have it there, I suppose, but we'll put it here for now. When life calms down, I'll start over and lock myself into my studio. That sounds like an excellent plan. It's really well made. I mean, the first one, which I played basically off your advice, was amazing. And the second one did not disappoint. So the details in this game. I think there's like the manor house in this as well. You can have stone now as well.
Hey, you! No slacking off.
Just got told off. Yes, okay, we have our first burgage plot. And even, yeah, all this has changed as well, hasn't it? So the foods they desire has been split between grains and veggies and fruits to meat produce, which is really, really good. I can't think of anything that they've added that disappoints me in any way. How many timber have we got? 14. Right, let's pinch someone from there because that will help with construction. I just opted into the beta. It wants me to download another 2.4 gigabytes. I think it re-downloads the game, doesn't it? I could be wrong. I don't think it makes a separate copy of it. I think it sort of deletes it and re-downloads it. I could be wrong. Most likely I'm wrong. One of the main issues was clothes. I think that was one of the kind of more game-breaking bugs, that you couldn't keep on top of the demand for clothing. Now, I did read something to say that they fixed it, but I've not seen a patch. Unless one has snuck through and I've just not noticed. He rewrote most of the back end for this beta. Liliana, yes, I did read that. I think, was it something to do with the fact that he was a solo dev and he's obviously written it in a way that makes sense to him? I know when he's hired extra devs, they've all come in and looked at it and it just looks like gibberish. So they've refactored all the code and made it a little bit more sense. Now, I have a brief kind of understanding of coding, and when I say brief, I mean brief. But just based off whenever I've tried to do some, I can imagine kind of the rabbit hole you could go down of just trying to make things work in whatever way possible. And then someone that's got 20 years experience comes along and like, what on earth have you done there? Tried for a year to sell this building by owner. Might have an offer coming in the next week. If not, we'll have to hire a real realtor. Please don't try and twist my tongue, please. Oh, so you've just been trying to sell it by yourself without... Yeah, that makes sense, because you don't want to pay someone to do it, do you? Interesting that they built that burgage plot before this burgage plot. Yeah, I asked them to do that afterwards. Now, obviously, I can say, well, we have what we need here. Can you please come and build this? But a little bit bizarre why they chose to do it that way around. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't blame you at all, Noble. that makes a lot of sense. Right, Woodcutter's Lodge. So we got fuel for 9 months currently. I'm going to increase the priority of that. The other thing is the tools as well. They play a bit more of an important role now. So we've got 238 days left of the tools currently at my logging camp. But you can increase, so they'll use more, but I think that will then increase their productivity. I've not messed around with it yet because I've not really had a piece of land that had iron like we do here. So I didn't want to cause any issues for myself, but again, another well sort of thought out idea. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so they're finally working on this burgage plot. We did ask them to do the upgrade there, didn't we? We did. So 1, 2, so we got 2 more families that want houses, and then they'll be happy. I mean, they probably don't like me right now. I'm disliked. Naturally. We got mushrooms coming in. How are we doing for food? 5 months. We may or may not need to do the fish. We'll sort of see how it goes. Okay, that one's done as well. The one thing I've not... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I've not seen the exposed stock getting soaked, because obviously food decays, doesn't it? Spoilage very high, so we probably, to be fair, in hindsight, let's get that granary done, which then is going to mean we're going to need a marketplace, which is under residential. I'm wondering if we could just put a tiny one in here, because you don't need as much market sort of space as you did in the past. That's 3. I probably like more like 4, 5. I can live with that. But there's another game that I want to play as well, and whether or not I make videos for it is one I'm sort of thinking about. I've not played it yet at all. I don't even own it. Is it Town to City or City to Town? Something like that. Let me have a quick look on my Steam wish list. I've seen a couple of people playing it, and albeit it's very sort of blocky. I like the concept of the game. Well, it was on my wish list. It doesn't appear to be there anymore, but I think it's Town to City or something like that. It looks like quite a fun little game. Kind of cozy sort of looking. Put your back into it, man. I always play small markets in more places so I didn't have to walk to a central location. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, the goods will come from the granary and the storehouse, so having it close to there. I think what I'd like to see at some point is an area of effect on these. Oh, does it have that? I think it does, you know. Maybe that was in previously, so they're not gathering goods from the other side of the map, but I'm pretty sure that was in there previously. But as you sort of grow out, you need to stop someone bringing something from, say, over this side of the map to here, unless that's the only place it's produced. I think the last like video series I had on YouTube that had some pretty substantial sized towns. I wouldn't say cities, but yeah, one of the kind of the big problems is definitely getting goods where they need to be in a timely manner. is very much like Kingdom Come Deliverance. This, I don't know if it's set in a similar time. It's certainly it's the same sort of area of the world, isn't it? So, well, I kind of get that sort of vibe. 11 timber, so we still got quite a bit of that. I'm going to assume they're going to go back to the Woodcutter's Lodge, which will happen pretty quickly. I think your town should be vegan. You see, that doesn't work. Because if you look what they require to level up, meats, fish, and animal produce, it's one of the requirements. So we wouldn't get very far if they were vegan. This game and Ostrich both have excellent building, assembling graphics, yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. Only carrots and cabbage. I couldn't imagine not eating meat. I can go without eating meat, if you know what I mean. I can eat a dish that doesn't have meat in it, but sort of in the long term, I mean, to each their own. My sister's a vegetarian, so like, you know, if that's what you want to do. But I love steak. Where's the bacon? I actually do have some bacon for breakfast tomorrow, which is not something I do very often. I don't remember if it's like got maple on it, something like that. Say maple, what is it called? Syrup? Maple syrup, there we go. It's got something on it to make it caramelize a little bit more, so I imagine aside from the smoky taste, it's going to be fairly sweet as well. Good way to start the day. Although I've been watching a YouTuber, Beard Meets Food, who does like food challenges. He's from just somewhere just north of Manchester. And when he goes to the States to try some of the challenges over there, my goodness. The food looks so good, but I think I'd die of diabetes in about a month of living there. He lives in Leeds. I wasn't sure exactly where, but when I could hear his accent, I knew it was somewhere north of Manchester. But if you've not watched him, he's definitely worth a watch. The videos are brilliant. And he's kind of very endearing and humble sort of person as well. And I think he does have another channel as well. Breaking Beard, which is also worth a watch. I don't know why. I'm not sponsored, by the way. It's just it's just someone worth watching. It's just something different from what you may normally watch, I guess. And his videos are pretty short, maybe 20 minutes. Right, so once that extension or that burgage plot is built, we have a home for everybody. We are now producing some firewood. We have 13 timber. We are going to need a saw pit, but I'm more inclined to get myself a storehouse, which, to be fair, I'm just going to put right up against there. And that hitching post we can move. We may drop that just there. I think that'll work because we've got to get rid of this before we build anything here anyway. And I can't remember if we have any. Right, so we got some decent fertility just sort of there. And then kind of more over here. So if we end up doing any farmland, we're not really kind of going to build on it here, which is pretty good for us. So I'm just looking. We pretty much are streaming a little bit higher than the bit rate that I told it to, which is a good thing. It's not struggling, which means I could increase my bit rate. And we're also at 60 frames per second, apparently, which is something I've never done in the past. That means I can plug my PlayStation and play the new Battlefield, I guess. Stream that. Not that I'm interested in any way of showing how terrible I am at that game. Or any game like that. So pantry is full, so that is going to be the mushrooms. Yes, so we'll take someone out of there for the moment. And they can go and work in our lovely granary. So someone should go and set up the market stall. Got some transport in here. So they're going to grab that stuff first. Oh, look at that. This is something I hope to see in the future, to be fair. A cart maker. I think that would be absolutely fantastic.
Oh, this is heavier than it looks.
Why did that not make any sound? Hello there, Emmy. Thank you for the follow. That was a little bit strange. I think I had my desktop sounds muted. I could have easily have missed that one. Yeah, a cart maker would make sense. I think, when you have like the trade posts and you get them a horse, doesn't that pull a cart as well? I think it does. So I think as the game goes on, these sort of things would just make a lot of sense. Now you just eat some rice and you can make mushroom risotto. That does sound... I'm not a fan of mushrooms, but in the right dish I can eat them. I mean, I'm not a fussy eater at all, but there's just certain things that I am a little bit fussy about, let's face it. But mushroom risotto does sound pretty compelling. Isn't risotto quite hard to make? Like, I mean, anyone can make it, but to get it just right. I think I've only ever made it once, and that was when I was in high school. So that was many, 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 many years ago. And I've not really tried it since. So, right, how are we doing for firewood? 8 months. See, if we had a few more people, I'd be inclined to be turning that into charcoal straight away. We have 13 timber. I think at the moment, let's just kind of get ahead. Let's get the storehouse done because it is raining. Then we will think about saw pit, which I think you still need to use the ox, don't you? So we'll put that just beside the ox here. Then we're going to have one spare house. So then we'll get an extra family, but we will need a few more houses, I think.
Gotta smooth that beam over there.
Mushroom slices fried in butter are pretty good. But what kind of mushrooms? There's so many different types.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move.
I think closed cup mushrooms is the sort of ones. I don't know if that's a variety or not, but they're the ones that you tend to see in the UK and like baby button mushrooms. Right, I'm going to speed it up because I'm getting impatient. Berserker mushrooms, are they real? Is that an actual thing? If it is, that is an epic name for a food. I'd eat them just because of the name. I've no idea. At a typical supermarket here, there's usually one kind, smaller, grey and brown. Yeah, so we have like baby button mushrooms, which are little white ones. Sometimes they'll be brown, but generally they're white and from Poland. And then we have just a bigger version of that, but then it's like shiitake mushrooms and huge mushrooms. But it's the texture. I don't think it's the taste that bothers me that much. It's the texture. And we converted Laurie into a Manor Lords player, at least. We've got her back into it because I see she's just started playing it on Steam. I don't feel like they're doing much work. At least not quickly enough. Right, so we have enough houses now, so this is the spare one, I think. I'm watching like Big Brother. To be fair, I always watch what people are playing on Steam, just to, because generally most people on there will play similar games to me. So it's like, am I missing something? Is the game out there that I'd be interested in? And we'll chuck those 3 in there. So we've not really got enough food to last us yet, but I'm going to speed it up just long enough to get the storehouse and this burgage plot built. And then I may consider, depending on how they're doing over here, there's a storehouse. Yeah, they've still not done that. We could go for some fish just for a little bit of variety. Chuck someone in there. So now we're down to 1 family. We're going to be pretty much building, so I wouldn't be able to really do too much with them. But we do have, is it fish that are in here? It is fish. Sometimes it's eels. We'll run a road to about there. Then we'll curve round because you can't build too close. I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Yeah, I was just saying that. I've seen you playing it. It is a really nice game. Seems new to streaming. I mean, depends how you look at that. So technically I've not streamed in about 3 years. And the last time I did stream was under a completely different name and channel. Prior to that, I streamed for a little while, didn't I? I don't know, maybe a few years. I can't remember. Feels like a long time ago. But yeah, because it's been so long, I feel like a new streamer. And this is the first stream that I've done. So I've not really kind of nailed down what days and times that I'll do. Because I also want to be making videos for YouTube. They take longer than a stream, unfortunately. So, but I am going to aim for at least once a week of a live stream. And then if I can do 2, probably do 2. In the past, it used to be 3. But we're just, you know, have a job and responsibilities. So try and kind of do what I can. But I'm just happy everything's working because I haven't done it for so long. I've had to set everything up, and it's also nice to be talking to people as well. Like, some of the people in the chat currently have been following me for, I don't even know. It's a long time. Just trying to think. How long have I known you, Noble? Noble's been a long time, and Catherine's been a long time. I think, and Laurie as well. 5 years. Has it been that long, Melon? Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. My channel first started, I think, in 2013. It's probably about right then. It's probably something similar to that, isn't it? But as I was saying in Discord the other day, I think I was talking to Noble, like, when you've not done it for so long, trying to get back into it is not as easy as you'd think. Well, you've done it before. It's like riding a bike, not a problem, but trust me, it's not. And the fact I'm on a completely new channel, we've leveled up. So even when I look at my old YouTube channel now, I've still got like 3,500 subscribers or something daft like that, but it's, yeah, it's intimidating. Can't find me on Twitch. I don't know if I can type it into the chat. It should just be, I don't think it's the Half-Wit Brit on Twitch. I think it's just Half-Wit Brit. I think. If I remember rightly.
This is heavier than it looks.
Yeah. Don't know why. I think sometimes when I play this by myself, I sort of speed the game up at times, and when I'm talking, I'm not doing it. So every time I look back, I'm thinking, why have they not progressed? Why have they not done any more? We've got enough timber for now, so we'll take someone out of there, which gives us 3 families. Did I put anyone in here getting mushrooms? No. So we'll chuck someone there. But the 2 families should pretty quickly get these buildings done. Fuel 23 months. See what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous. That's just 1 family. And imagine if I put charcoal in, and charcoal gets converted very quick. It's a good thing to trade initially as well. Especially with a trade post so close by, and that'll be pretty useful. And if you've got rabbits, you can sell the pelts. You can't do anything with the pelts. But again, it's a good way of making a little bit of cash initially, because all these upgrades that you'd want to do here are going to need cash. Yeah, so we definitely need some planks. That'll be the next thing I think we focus on. We'll speed that one up as well. I've recently fired up Rising World, a few years old. Good game. First person open world survival versus environment. Occasional bandits. There's a lot of games that are like that. Like a lot of open world survival games. And some of them are like horror, some are not. But it's the ones that are specifically versus the environment. I had a demo the other day. I got it from the Steam Next Fest. You're kind of a robot in what looks like a water world. So it's Earth, but in the future. That seemed quite interesting. I forget what it's called though. What games do you play? Generally, it's been city building games such as this. But I do like simulation games as well. So there has been a discussion on Euro Truck Simulator, which I have. I'm not brilliant at it, but I do have it, and I have the steering wheel. I've been playing a little bit of Flight Simulator as well, and I do have the joystick for that. I'm not too bad at that, but I find I don't mind playing that, for example, but I don't know how that one is to watch, because I have watched people play it, and I think it's once you're in the air, it's kind of what do you do then? You're flying somewhere for 4 hours. When it comes to my PlayStation, which isn't hooked up, that's generally first-person shooters. So, like Battlefield, Fortnite. Flight Sim. Yeah. And it gets very interesting once I come to land. I can take the planes off, no problem. Landing, on the other hand, not so great. That being said, I've got that through Xbox Games Pass, which I'm probably going to cancel soon because of price. Again, a little bit too greedy for my liking. Right, so we got you. So houses, so we got some spares. Yeah, isn't it? It's taking off is one thing. I can land. It just, the problem is I live in Europe, and I'm sure I could move like your starting point to somewhere a little bit flatter, but a lot of the earlier flights when you're learning to fly, it takes you into Europe, like the full continent, and it's very mountainous. So some of the runways are not very short and between mountains, and it was I'm sure it would have been hilarious to watch in hindsight, but yeah. Everyone can land, it just depends on how hard. Exactly. I mean, if you've ever flown with Ryanair, you'll know a very firm landing. What was that game that we used to play, Melon? I played it with you on the stream. Was it? I almost called it Mud Hunter. It's not Mud Hunter. What was it called? Snow Runner. That was it. No, was it Mud Runner though? Because there's more than one. I can't remember exactly, but that was fun. Incredibly frustrating as well. Oh, was that the game before? Okay. They're not losing it completely. What was I doing? Right, let's get ourselves some planks. Now, we won't need to leave this building on for very long because it does operate very quickly. We've still not built that, so let's speed that up. They've collected all the bits and pieces from there. So we'll do some upgrades to these. I'm not going to worry about these. These are going to be vegetables, but it's too late in the year to plant those. But I think here we can have goats and some chickens and things like that. For some reason the cat has decided to join me. have no clue why, because she's not my bestest of friends.
Bread, freshly
What are you up
baked,
to?
and still warm from the oven.
Hey? You nosy? Snow Runner was amazing. I still remember when we put my car on the flatbed, it rolled off. To be fair, I think if I switched to the other Twitch channel, I'd probably still be on there. It was a short, I'm sure it was. I do play Valorant, PUBG. You see, Valorant's one of those games. You know, I watch people play stuff like that, but it just doesn't kind of pull me in. PUBG I played many, many, many years ago. I enjoyed that quite a lot, to be fair. Oh, so you can draw. I have an artist like graphics tablet thing, but I like to try different things, and sometimes they don't pan out, but that's one of them. If it will let you post a link, feel free, but I'm not sure what it will do. Roadcraft, yes, I've seen that. That was a game that I was thinking of getting, but that's a multiplayer, and I did think that'd be a fun game to play with Melon at some point. Discord, yes. Let me get the Discord. That just reminds me, I need to set up the bot commands, don't I?
Fresh start for me and me own. Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move.
Okay, there's just certain things I need to set up still.
I'll go deaf from all that hammering.
I think it should let me. If I've done that right. Do you prefer to watch on Twitch then, Cathra?
Let's straighten this up.
It's kind of strange because I've not used Twitch that much, as in like to watch people recently. The more the streams I've seen, I've been on YouTube, but I don't know if that's just because I've spent more time on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not alone over here. Yeah, that's kind of why I put the chat on the screen so you can see what everyone's saying. The only reason I sort of thought I should stream to YouTube as well is because that's where I had been making videos, but yeah, eventually I might just stick to one like Twitch, but it makes no difference to me. I can have it on both at the same time. Oh, it's taking him a hot second to get this done, isn't it? Where are you going? There's no church, so you're not going to pray. Ah, so gorgeous. Biggest you and cat, yeah. It doesn't surprise me. Once I start putting videos on YouTube, then maybe more people will watch there, but most people have Twitch as well, so.
Gave the old ox a handful of month-old grey. He spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new nipple. Come one, come all.
Appreciate that, Noble.
Fine selection.
Are you talking about on Twitch? Oh yeah, there we go. Tell you, Discord looks really weird when you have streamer mode on. Like, it doesn't show anybody's names, just like a letter. Really, really weird. I have yet. Alright, so we have the water. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm up to. Do you know, this game's so much harder when you're talking to people. I literally forgot how hard it is to play a game while talking to people and streaming. Mushrooms are done. Oh yeah, we leveled up, didn't we? So let's have a look what development we can do. So there's going to be some of these that make no sense to us because of what we have in our region. So increased approval from food variety. Well, that makes sense. Increased success chance for tree planting, but they don't like it if we tithe, which is a bit of a problem. Hunting ground, that makes no sense because we have nowhere to hunt in this region. So, yep, we won't bother with that one. Reduce fuel consumption, increase militia combat effectiveness. Don't know. Not too sure that I'd like that, considering we can get iron. Regional wealth, Burgish plot upgrade cost, salt and iron, or we don't need to import. Increased blacksmith efficiency could make sense. Clothing durability increase probably makes sense if the bug is still in the game. Sheep are more resilient, efficient hunting camps. Trade. So there's two things in there that just wouldn't work for us anyway. Okay. Improved armorers, mine integrity, retinue cost. No. Ooh. Part of me thinks that one. Because of tree planting and the food, but it's a bit of a it doesn't really matter right now. I don't need to choose it straight away. I'll probably need to have a look through those and decide what makes the most sense.
Where's my other mallet?
You have a subscription, really?
Does that roof look straight to you? Or does it have a certain jaunty angle to it?
Yeah. For some reason, it's not letting me sign in to
Hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it in its place.
my Adobe account, which is a little bit bizarre. I'm not sure why. And for the life of me, I have no clue what the password is. Would that be like a Twitch Prime? Is that what you mean, Castro? Yeah, it follows my face. It's one of those sort of. I don't know if I'll keep it on, but the good thing is it kind of zooms in, so I don't have to faff around with the camera all the time, which is pretty useless. Useful. think it's just, let me have a look. Where's my, so this is what happens if I switch it off. You just, so it won't follow me anymore. But it just zooms in on my face, basically. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm looking at. I'm just nosing through some graphics. I think it's a pretty nifty thing, though, the fact that it does zoom in. Because, like, trying to get it right, I could have it zoomed in manually, then I'll move and the camera won't follow. Right, fish we have. Let's get someone in there. It's not freshly baked, don't lie. We still have no planks, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll get someone else also in the... What is that? Logging camp? Excellent. Woodcutter, I think we were fine with, weren't we? Fuel, plenty enough. It's the planks that we're after. Fish is good. How are we doing over here? Is this shrinking yet? It is still growing. Excellent. What else do we need initially? I mean, other than the things in the back of the burgage plots. Hitching post. Granary storehouse, we don't need those. We could start working on the charcoal kiln, and I think a trade post probably makes sense. I'm going to sit that back a little bit. Maybe assign an ox to the logging camp at first until... I think there's one assigned to it, you know. We, not people. Yeah. Jorg, or Jorg, however you want to pronounce that. So I'd left one on there the entire time, unless... Ah. So maybe it makes sense to not have one on there, because then at least it can be shared. Because I've got the other one over here, which is currently not doing anything at all. Oh, there we go. We have some planks. A little bit of patience, I guess. So what we will go for, I guess, is we'll go through... Oh, we're going to need hides at some point for clothes, and we can't do the flax thing. So I might go with... I think we've run out of planks already. Yeah, I might go with some goats and stuff in here. And then we can do vegetables in the two bigger ones that are over here. This is just like the weather in northern England. Constantly raining. I mean, we could potentially think about some more burgage plots. Now, this area we're going to have to clear out. That's a nice spot for a church. Maybe near the pond, possibly. Or even here. As you're coming down that nice path, you'd see the spire. So this area would probably be quite a nice little neighborhood, I suppose. So that's something to sort of consider as we kind of expand. Just trying to think the size of space we'd probably need here for burgage plots if I put a road. Depends if we want to have them facing inwards and outwards. I think something about that size is probably enough. It depends on the size of the back gardens, but if it's just going to be artisans, I think it'd be probably fine that way. You got any more planks? We have. Bloody hell, 20 planks. See what I mean? They produce things so much quicker now. There we go. Not enough really. So we've got 10 planks, no logs, 3 timber. I think we probably do need to put the the ox back on there. So we're in July. So is the mushrooms still growing at this point? They are. But we're not really getting much out of them. So I'm going to take that person out. Currently telling me I don't have enough homes. But there's no one, as far as I can tell, is homeless. I think it's just because nobody can move in. Yeah, monthly migration is 0 because there's no burgage plots. Well, that makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it? Let's put an extra family in the logging camp. There still is berries, so mushrooms is, I think it was there initially, and I think they've just added it back in. There's mushrooms on that one. Got a little camp there. We got a little hunting ground. Fish. Oh, that might be eels. Yep, that's eels on the river there. There we go. Berries. So they're still in there. And there's salt as well, which, ooh, they have these nice little pictures as well, don't they? The art in this game is it's just brilliant. Everything. The graphics of the actual game itself, but then even all the menus and things. Like these little pictographs are just really nice. We are fishing, aren't we? We are. So food is not going to be an issue. Fuel is just stupid. Yeah, there's nobody in there. 44. We are going to need a trading post as well, but I think initially we're going to need some more burgage plots. I like the idea of this just being back-to-back houses, but I can't really do much with it while there's stone there. So these ones could have a bit more of a garden. I'm not too sure about the way that has snapped. That's a little bit better. Right, well, yeah, we're really low on logs. Yeah, no problem, Noble. I mean, that's a good sign, right? So we need 12. We are currently 3. So we'll just speed it up a little bit. Nothing technically should go wrong at this point. We got food coming in. We're not producing firewood, but then nobody else is moving in. So we're not going to use any more than we would expect to. I suppose the question is how many planks are we using? Because that's the other problem. Let's take someone out of there. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Try that again. It's on them. What's on them, Melon? Or have I said something and completely forgot what I've said? I'm not used to talking this much. So that needs 10 and we're currently at 6. Now hopefully now I've stopped making planks. That number should go up. If it doesn't, then I've got a problem. I'm not building anything else, so what is going on? They are chopping trees. Ah, there we go. Wow. That certainly jumped up quickly. And a new family's moving in. We've definitely got plenty of people now. Let me just double check. Site banished. You built too many houses, so now your economy... Yeah. We're not at that point. I think we'll be just fine. Famous last words. Yeah, so like the marketplace and granary, so the granary and storehouse is coping. So I don't need to put any extra people in there. But yeah, If you do expand too quick, you're definitely going to suffer. Right, they've done all these back garden. Now, these actually cost coin, don't they? So I can't really afford them. So the next thing to do is a trading post. The moment I have enough wood to do it, and we'll start trading some firewood and things to get some extra coin.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Patience. Well, they're building these quick. There we go. I'm thinking they're going to take the goods from there and take them to the storehouse, but I don't know if this will grab them directly from here on. It'd be an interesting thing to see. I feel like they may go to the storehouse. I don't know, but we've definitely got enough spare people right now. Food for 12 months, fuel for 11 months. We're in a pretty good place, and we're not bothering with the mushrooms currently, are we? Because, well, they are growing again. Go on, we'll put someone in there. We never have enough food. I know it will. Actually, does it deteriorate? So spoilage is low and spoilage is medium. Is that while it's in the granary? Because I could have... Oh, a bandit camp. Oh, that reminds me, we can actually make some spearmen. Spoilage none. Okay, so there's no spoilage when it's in the marketplace, but there is spoilage while it's in the granary. Ooh. So if you produce loads of food and store it in your granary, there's a chance you're going to lose some of it. But if it's in a marketplace, you're not going to. Have to be very careful with that. Assuming that's the case. I mean, what medium spoilage means in a time span of the game, I'm not sure, but that could be fairly punishing. Give me 2 seconds and I will be right back. I can remember how to switch my camera off, that is.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
You set up coffee break graphic in the future. It's only when you mentioned it, I was like, oh, sausages. That's just because I'm out of habit of things. A lot of that stuff's temporary. As we move along, I'll redesign things and whatever, but just want to kind of get comfortable back into doing the streaming before I start going crazy with things. But yeah, it'd been useful. Just looking at my stream deck, I got start, just chatting, and end, and For some reason I didn't put the be right back one on there. Right, so the charcoal is up and running. So how are we doing now? Which one of these? There we go. So that will start working pretty quickly. We're probably going to need to put another family in the woodcutters. And let's try and get that trading post built as quickly as possible. And they are also going to need somewhere for their horse once we can afford one. So we'll probably put another hitching post. Ooh. It probably makes sense to have one there, because we are going to need another ox, especially for the saw pit as well. Manor Lords is really gorgeous. It is. I can't remember how you turn the UI off, but yeah, it is. It is a stunning game, and if you play it in 4K, it's just brilliant. Alt F4. Nice try. Like, if I was a bit flustered and really into what I was doing, you probably would catch me out with that one. Nice to have you back. Thank you very much. Basically, for those that were watching me on YouTube, I can't remember why I stopped initially. I know I did get pretty sick. And then after being sick, I was really busy with work. And then there was no real updates to the game. And then I just kind of was like, I'll come back to it another time. In hindsight, I should have just played a different game. But, you know, it is what it is. Once you kind of get out of a routine of something, and then it's very hard to get back into it. However, this is the first step of me trying to get back into it. So, what the heck is this badge? What badge? Oh, the badge next to it. I don't know. It's a little green head, isn't it? It's very small on my screen. So this badge was earned by watching 30 minutes in the Little Nightmares category during launch. Planet Crafter, I think I played that one on my old channel. Memory serves. I think, yeah, that was my old channel. Yeah, because I remember being in my old house when I did that. Yeah. I was just thinking that, trying to cast my mind. Yeah, the only 2 games on Half-Wit Brit is this game and Banished. But like I said, I'd like to add some simulation games. I've been thinking very much on how to sort of do videos on YouTube rather than having like 50 episode long series. I think like 5 to 10 episodes, but really cramming a lot into that episode. I think it just makes it more interesting to watch, just based off what I watch. Someone might play a game for like 8 hours and cram that into like a 20 to 40 minute video, and you just get much more for your time. At least from a viewer's perspective, that is. Planet Crafter was fun. It's still progressing nicely. Yeah, my dad plays it quite a bit, weirdly enough. He's forever asking me what games I'm playing, and he plays a lot of simulation and survival games. I do have a VR headset as well now. That's something else which I don't quite know how that would work from a streaming perspective, because that'd be quite useful for like Euro Truck Simulator. But then I won't be able to see the chat. Unless it can be kind of put within what I'm looking at. I don't know. It's possibly a way of doing it, but that'd be pretty cool. Do you know, I've missed the music of this game. It's just so relaxing. You've changed your little icon, Melon. I'm observant. Staring at the chat. Right, so we're going to need a church. That requires planks, so we'll get that. I just need to be fair, we're in September, so we're getting to that time of the year, but food is plenty enough. Fuel is fine. That's going to increase massively in in short order. I would like to get a church in if... So we need 20 planks. We're not that far off. I do think there would be a lovely place. Will it allow me? I think it might. Because it's slightly higher. You've got the nice little pond next to it, and then depends if I cut those trees down. Maybe here somewhere. So as you're kind of coming down these paths, you just see that lovely spire. And you've changed it again. Yeah, I'm noticing these things now. Wait until there's more people talking in the future and I just get completely brain fried. We know how it goes. Been playing this update. I found it tougher than before. Yeah, I mean, some things are easier, I've found. I've not put like massive amounts of hours into it. I've just tried different things out just to see what's changed. But obviously there is some niggling bugs. Clothing, I think, was one of them. Now, I did read a post the other day that said that they'd fixed it. But again, I've not seen a patch to say it's been fixed. Maybe they fixed it on their end and just not pushed it through. Yes, yeah. I've still not picked one actually for this region. Be interesting to see what they add into these other different ones. But yeah, I've not picked one yet because I'm not too sure what makes the most sense. And there's no real rush right now. So I don't need anything to do with animals as in like hunting because some outlaws there. Because we have nothing here to kind of harvest. Then we think from a farming point of view. There's nothing we need there. Now we do have iron. So maybe something along the lines of blacksmithing or weapon making. Because there is ones for that. Maybe that makes sense. But I definitely like having most of the buildings from the get-go. Kind of makes sense. Resign, fire, resign, hire. What is that? Oh. Wow, they're way further ahead than me. They've got their church up on the hill. Oh, we got logging camp, saw pit, 2 stables, forager. Well, they've even got like, wow. Okay, I need to speed up. They're even fishing. This is kind of like a basic AI, what they got set up here. It's pretty good. It's pretty convincing. I mean, I'm not too sure about... They need to plant some trees by the looks of it. Stables, forager's hut, woodcutter's lodge. Yeah, because they're sort of running. For some reason, my monitor is about to turn off. Yeah, please don't. Go and take their church. I don't think they actually fight back. I think that is one of the downsides currently. I mean, when they can, it's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? But they've definitely made some really good changes. And the thing is, assuming there's no real serious bugs. Now, the issue with clothing is they just need to change the decay rate on it, as far as I'm aware. So that's probably just changing a couple of lines of code. So assuming there's nothing else game breaking outside of that, then they can just carry on adding extra stuff to the game. Just pick it up and move it to your town. I mean, the Swedish could do it. And they'd have to flat pack it first, right? And give you really bizarre instructions. Well, this takes me back to Rise of Nations and Age of Empires when you had to race it. Do you know what? I actually played through the most recent Age of Empires and all the expansions. And that was quite fun. I like all like the historical facts it tells you as it goes along. It was quite interesting. Let's have a look at the other towns. They're probably all at a very similar sort of level. Yeah, they've got their church. They've got some back garden extensions going on. It's interesting. Look, it's not even just building straight burgage plots. This one's gone like around the corner a little bit. Madness.
Can I stay where there's drink?
I mean, how would you program the AI to build burgage plots in this game? Because if you think about it, it's not just place a building and job done. You can draw literally the plot. How they managed to get that to do that, I don't know. Rise of Nations as well. Oh, that game takes me back. That's got to be really old now. Thinking about that's not my town. I don't have a church. Where are we? We're over here somewhere. Nope. I've lost us. That's us. There we go. This is what I'm saying though. The game is going to be a game you can play 5-10 years down the line. You could still pick up Age of Empires and play it now. Sure, it doesn't look as good, but the mechanics and just the way the game plays, sod off nicking my food. It's timeless, isn't it? A little bit unsure why the planks are taking so long. Have I got someone in the building or not? We have. What are you doing? You are waiting. Are we that short of logs? No, we got so many, we don't know what to do with them. So why would they not be producing planks? What am I missing? Timber reserve. Well, I'd like them to reserve at least 10. So we can say that. Production limit of planks. Say 40 for now. Do they just need... They need maybe an ox? Let's unassign the one from here, because how many... We got 33 timber. Okay, so let's turn that one off for a moment. We got plenty of that. Let's see if that makes a difference. Going home, waiting. Why are they not doing anything? Am I missing something?
Where are the pegs? Oh, there they are.
That is bizarre. Let's unassign that family. Put somebody else in. Okay, so we do have an ox assigned. Wait, is it, the ox just put a log there. Oh, so they have to wait for the ox to bring... Aha. So that's the issue. So the ox has to come and bring that here first, but if they're both busy, nothing happens. So it wasn't physically... Here we go. So the family in here doesn't go and get the ox to bring the timber. At least I don't think so. Yeah, they don't. Ah. There we are. Problem solved. How many do we need for that church? 20. I could have been sat here forever trying to figure that one out. New merch. Oh, and that reminds me as well, we can actually make ourselves some spear militia. So we'll do that. And we have enough to build our church, so let's get that in. I think definitely here. Maybe a little bit more this way. Then we'll run a nice little path. Do one to there. If we can curve a nice one this way. Perfect, there we go. Wonder how many ox in the AI town have installed. The more the better. Makes you wonder if the AI cheats, because isn't that generally how difficulty is managed when you're playing against an AI opponent? They can build like twice as quick, or it costs them half as much resources and things like that. Oh, completely forgot about the trading post. So we don't have enough wealth currently. I'm going to put 2 families in here. So we will export firewood. We'll keep about, say 20. I don't know if that's going to be enough. And we'll also establish the trade route. I'm going to switch this one very quickly to charcoal once the time comes. And we will also upgrade that to a small stable. So how are we doing for that? Fuel for 14 months. We have 82 charcoal. Yeah, we'll be plenty fine. And we've got loads of spare people at the moment. What are we doing for fish? Let's put another family in there. The berries, I'm guessing, not berries, the mushrooms, completely gone. So that family can come out of there as well. They're working on that. We could probably do with shifting this stone as well. So let's think about that. Stone gatherer's camp and a quarry. What's the difference? Oh, rich. Has to be a rich resource. And this is going to go straight into here, isn't it? So I may as well just put it across the road because we will get rid of that. Although it is looking fairly full. So an upgrade is going to be required for that in short order. Granary's fine for now, I think. Granary supply, we're probably going to need to assign more families to that as well at some point. So we currently have 27. Did we take all the families out? We did. Maybe an idea to get the forester's hut as well. Because I don't know how quick trees grow in this game. If we whack one of those in here, I think we'll just hook that up there. They can walk through, can't they? And your area of effect, that'll do nicely. We'll check yours as well. Perfect. Could probably do with another ox, but I think we'll get a horse first. Is it a horse or a mule? Oh, it is a horse. There we go. Look at that. There's plenty. So that should... I mean, it's only... Was it one coin that we're going to get? But we trade enough. There's two families in here. So they're currently grabbing... I'm assuming this... a nice little cart. They're probably grabbing it all from over here. At least Hans is doing some work anyway. Oh, he's just got himself a shield. He's ready for war. But we're definitely going to... When we start like mining this, we're going to have to upgrade this. That's probably going to be our next move. What are they picking up? You got some planks. What's he taking? Shields? Where would you be going with that? Why would he be taking shields somewhere? Transporting a large shields. I'm going to have to follow him now. I'm curious. Unless his eye's taking him home. That's fine. And where is our trader? How far away is he? Fairly far. I could just sit here and watch them build the buildings all day long. What are we at? They're just waiting for some planks. Oh, God, they're waiting for everything. So this is where the carts would be really useful. I get not having lots of them in the early sort of stages of the game. But as the towns get bigger, being able to make carts would be great. That's right. Before, if you didn't start taking out the bandit camps early, the Baron would fire up and begin taking over provinces. Yeah, you can, technically speaking, have the Baron actually be on this as well. So if I really wanted to, I could have... The thing is, he'd have just wiped out all the other AI opponents, but that is a kind of a possibility of something you can do. That was a lot of people working there. Food is a little bit of a concern. I'm not going to lie about that. I think we have 77 coins, so we must have sold some firewood. Right. I was going to buy the horse first, but I've changed my mind. We're going to export charcoal. And we're going to have a minimum of 10, because I think it's twice the firewood. And we'll always have some firewood anyway. And that's going to give us 3 times the amount of money. Did I order the horse? Oh, that's interesting. Look. So I've just spent money here to buy the the trade route, which was about 60 or 70 or something like that. It left me with 17 coin, but it's still allowing me to buy the horse. And it did. It put me to 0, but I just got a cut price horse. Wow. That's definitely a bug. Once there were 3 bandit camps and the Baron activates, it was able to hold him off for quite a while by farming bandits. You know, I'm just trying to think. I've never even... I thought he just takes them over anyway. Interesting. I thought it was just an inevitability. I didn't think it was necessarily something you could stop. It's just like a force of nature sort of thing. And here comes the snow. Beautiful. There's some kind of little rendering sort of issues. I mean, it could be the PC just overheating. But sometimes when I'm looking at the roads, when I sort of turn quickly, sometimes the mud hasn't loaded up properly. Yeah, it's yeah, a little bit slower. I don't think I've stressed my PC so much in a long while. Right, so we do have a horse on the way. It says we have 3, so can I assign that now? I can, but it's not here. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's have a look at our records. So, we have exported 57. So we've sold the wood. And that's definitely a glitch with it not... would it allow me to buy the horse when I didn't have enough money? You can also have a look at how much stuff you've made as well, which is much needed. Because you couldn't see this sort of information in the past. So firewood, 59 in the region, produced 219, consumed 85, which leaves me with a surplus of 134. So you can really start looking at what's happening over a period of time, which I think is really cool. So where's the fish? Should be fish on this, right? Carp. So in the past 12 months, there's a surplus. So I'm overproducing fish massively in the space of a year. And mushrooms, same again. Now, obviously, these will decay, but it's really good that you can see this sort of information now and really know what you're doing. Hello, Tobias. You need to dry the fish. You can smoke them, I think. Is it smoke or salt? Salted fish, yes. Oh, this is not in alphabetical order, is it? No, smoked fish. So is there a building for that? Let's have a look. So that I'm assuming, would it be under farming? Probably not. Windmill. Malt house, weaver's workshop, tannery. See, the tannery doesn't make any sense unless you've got leather, which you get from these back garden things. You don't get them from the hunting camps anymore. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. How do you smoke the fish? There's got to be something. You can sell fish, yeah, I mean... I don't think I'm going to until I've got more food coming through, but that would be definitely something to make money from. Yeah, I have no clue which building, if at all. What is that? Siege camp. Work in progress. Yeah, so that we won't mess with that in case it breaks something. No, I'm going to keep all my fish. I'm too selfish. So she sells seashells on the seashore sort of thing. The church done yet? Oh, it's almost. One more plank. Come on, let's see. Someone here got the planks. There's a whole army of people here. Hope someone's got the planks that we need. Doesn't look like. I feel like I'm missing something. So from what I can tell, it's still after the first. So I think you get the first year. I think it's after that. Oh, had some stuff stolen. I think anyway. Don't jinx it, yeah. So you're still going to get these little camps that are causing us some bother. To be fair, I could possibly build the manor house. Because the church is expensive. The manor's like the next. Is that stone? It looks slightly red. It could be iron, but we need some stone in order to do that. All that snow makes me feel cold. Don't you live up in the mountains? You must see snow like this, if not worse, all the time. That's the one thing that I really miss. We kind of get a sprinkling of snow in the UK. Like when I was young, I mean, obviously I was a lot smaller, so everything seems bigger, but we used to get a lot more snow than we do now, but yeah, so I know how it feels. Sprinkling is kind of like this, where you can still see stuff. It's just like a dusting. Oh, we still got the glitches with the carts and things like that. So some things are still around. The winters were a lot colder when I was a child. Now we barely go below 5. Yeah. We're lucky if we get like a day or two of snow. I mean, bearing in mind I was living in the south for a long time and I've been living back in the north. But what are we in now? It's almost 3 years. And it's not really made any difference. I have to go to Iceland or Norway or somewhere, I guess. Watch the Aurora Borealis and enjoy some snow. I don't mind the winter being snowy. It's the wind that I find makes it unbearable. So if it's like there's no real breeze and it's just a snowy day, it's cold, but it's sort of bearable, at least in this country. But as soon as the wind starts blowing, hey, it's awful. But I'd say autumn and spring are my 2 favourite seasons. It's not too hot or cold in both of those. Plus, you get all the lovely colours. So all the oranges and things like that in autumn, and then all the spring flowers that start to come through. Like tulips and snowdrops and things like that. It's just, both seasons are very nice. This church is taking forever. I don't know what's going on with those planks. I need to sack these people. I know you talk about the Northern Lights being magical, but when it's sort of common, I can see them outside my window and the sky is clear and conditions are right. Yeah, but you're so used to it though. It's like when something's so common, you take it for granted almost, right? Yay, we have our church. Lovely. It's in a really good spot as well. Actually, there's a little path we can do out the back here. Let's connect that up here. As you come in towards the town, you've got the church from that direction. Same here, you can just about see the spire, which is just nice. As you get closer. It's like you can't see the village at all, but you just see this random church. It feels like it's in the middle of nowhere. Even from this perspective, you can just about see the rooftops. I approve. Don't you get like 6 months of nighttime and 6 months of daylight or something like that, Melon? That'd drive me crazy. See a plume of steam coming out of the ground, that's normal. Iceland is a crazy place. Three months of night and 3 months of light. I don't think I could cope with that. What about the other 6? I didn't want to be that person that asked. Thank you, though. I'm guessing they're just sort of normal. Right. How are we doing for firewood? Perfectly fine. Oh my god, I've not even been paying attention. Look how much money we have. Now, for some bizarre reason, we've not got any timber. We have timber, so why have they not built this forester's hut yet? You need an ox. You need an ox. We need another ox. So let's do that as well. I guess we'll unassign the one from here temporarily. It's usually, yeah, it depends what your class is normal, isn't it? It's really weird though, like Iceland, when you think about it. It's like cold, I'm assuming, but then you got volcanoes everywhere. At least it feels like that. It's just so many things you can see there that you wouldn't see in any other country. It feels like not all in like one place. So you can see the Aurora Borealis. You can have months of daylight or months of nighttime if you wish. Volcanoes and yeah, hot springs. It's bloody expensive. That's the only thing. Sweet to see you streaming. Thank you very much. Hopefully there'll be some videos as well at some point in the next few days. Once I remember how to edit videos. Yeah, I mean, driving past a volcano, and when we say a volcano, we don't just mean a mountain that is a volcano that may erupt sometime in the next 50 to 100 years. I mean, the volcanoes are actively spitting stuff out by you. It's just mad. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. To you, that's like me just seeing a cow in a field. You seeing a volcano erupting is just normal. It's random. But like I said, when something is so common, you just get used to it. And it doesn't seem as special or scary, I guess. Like, I'd love to see a volcano erupting, but I think if I was standing there close enough to feel the heat of it, I probably wouldn't be so excited. Right, what do we need? So do I need an animal trade post? I know you can buy them through here, but if memory serves, it's better to get animals through the trade post, which is going to be on one of these. Pack station, livestock trading post. So I think we'll just, do we put this next door or do we put it across the road? Yeah, we'll put it there. And they're finally building our forester's hut. Let's have a quick look at this. I've not properly looked at this building, not close up, so.
Let's straighten this up.
I can't help but think these houses are so warm. Like, it's just like timber and thatch. Imagine how warm. It's like igloos and stuff, isn't it? Or is it like a sand cave bunker thing that you can do? It's just so hot inside. Yeah, there we go, yeah. We'll get family in there. We'll limit their space for the time being because I don't know how far they will walk from that building. So we'll just say there. I grew up on an island that had 2 volcanoes close to the town. One of them was created in 1973. The animal trade post gives a discount, no tariffs. Okay, that's until Trump comes along. Sorry, couldn't resist. It's not an American trade post. Oh, you beat me to it, Melon. We don't talk about politics. We certainly don't, but it's been a weird time in the world recently from a politics point of view, that's for sure. Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. Sometimes you gotta laugh. Right, so we have that up and running. I'm guessing the Forester's Hut actually won't work in the frozen time of the year, also known as winter. No, they're not, but that's fine. We've got a family in there ready. These are all ready to go. Did I say I was going to build a manor house? Right, so what is it that it needs there? I think it might be stone. It looks to me like it's slightly red, which would imply iron. But you wouldn't put iron ore in a building, so it's definitely stone. He says. We got those 2 families can come out. Excuse me, out of there. I'm really surprised the cat's in here, you know. Sometimes she'll sort of sleep up on... We move the camera up. Come on. Never mind. Sometimes sleeps on top of that unit. I can't have anything on there. She just knocks it off. She's currently asleep on the windowsill next to me. Why wouldn't you put iron into a building? How else are they going to smelt it? I've missed you, Melon. Definitely one of a kind. Comfortable there? Because it's so warm in here, I think. Right, so that needs 15 stone. We currently have... Yeah, see, the images look the same, but... Oh! I know my camera is slightly blue. Oh, God, which way do I turn? But I have, like, a Lego thingy here. Oh, God, it's following me. And she knocks things off, and it just shatters anything that's on there. So... yeah. Well, that's cats for you. She's not a normal cat, if you ask me, but... she's a little monster. Looks sweet enough, but yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at the development. What are we going to go with? Because time's moving on and we've not really bothered going into one of these. Well, her mother's a Lady Gaga fan, so quite possibly. Mining import discounts, we don't need. Improved mine integrity. Now, we would need that because I think the deep mines have a chance of collapsing. Yeah, they do. Improved armorers. Armor efficiency. Plus, plate armor's got an extra 20% value. That, then the retinue is going to cost me more money. But that could pay for itself, right? And imports for mining stuff. So iron ore and salt are free to establish. Now we have iron ore, we don't have salt. That's why I couldn't see smoked fish, because you need a butcher's, don't you? I just remembered. So possibly that one. Cheaper animal imports, that might be useful. We're not at an elevation for farming, so that's no good. Mining speed increase and artisans efficiency malus. See, I'm tempted to take that purely on the fact that the clothes were bugged, but improved boas and joiners, reduced fuel consumption, increased militia combat effectiveness. That could be quite good. Don't choose anything that slows production or work. That's a pretty good idea. Decreased agriculture efficiency. Increased capacity for forest goods deposit. See, that one could be interesting. Increased export price on minor trades. Again, could be good. But then the hunting hound is a waste of time. It's difficult knowing which one to go for. We're in a kind of a weird region. I guess that one probably makes the most sense. Sort of small holding, so it upgrades the burgage plot, turns it into kind of like an artisan building. So they spend more time working on the back on their backyard. How would you put that? On their gardens, I guess. But increases the yield. Kind of makes sense. Plus they get more happiness from food variety. Planting trees, which we're doing. Obviously, we're making charcoal to sell, so probably makes sense. And the tithe is a bit of an issue, but the reputation you get from tithe, I think it is. But if we go and take out like the little camps, we can kind of deal with that, can't we? I think we might go with that. Now we've chosen it, we can't go back. Looking Discord art channel, not an ideal pick, but you get the idea. Let's have a look. Is that beads? That's really cool. I thought it was cross stitch at first, but it looks like beads. That's awesome. Diamond painting. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at, can you? Do I have a desktop capture thing? I don't think I do. Let me have a quick look. Display capture. Desktop. Hopefully that's the right desktop. Oop. Just for those that are not in Discord. That looks pretty cool. I like the reflection on the lake as well. Very artsy. It's always nice to see what other people get up to, you know, outside of playing games and watching streams. This looks kind of similar. It's made out of like little beads as well. Oh, it says crystal art. So I guess it is the same sort of thing. Is that this tidying cables, Melon? It was definitely stone. There we go. So I guess it was the slight red color because we didn't have enough. So where are we going to put the manor? I like the idea of it sort of being on a road because you can have the gates either side of it. So we have an enemy there, which is probably just going to walk straight through anyway. I think we will. I think we'll build it just to the side of the road. Now, we've probably not got enough bits to... can I build roads while doing this? Place roads, you can. Ooh. And garrison tower. Increases maximum retinue size by 12. So I'm going to get some retinue initially, aren't I? There we go. We'll build that over there. And oh, we have this as well. So pasture space, stable space. We'll just put one in here. Let's have a... So lamb, sheep, horses, mules, and oxen. So it seems you can't trade for the back garden ones through this, which is unfortunate, really. But we will import another oxen because we're going to need at least one more. In fact, let's upgrade that. And we'll get another 2 because we've got to drag all that stuff down to the manor. So that's going to take a little bit of work, isn't it? So we can do that. Let's have a quick look at these animals then. Trader available in 15 days. Okay, patience is a virtue, I guess. We could think about some of this farm stuff. So we'll have some vegetable gardens here. We can actually upgrade some of these to level 2s as well. Orchards, apiaries. Excellent. Do we have somebody working in here? We don't. How are we doing for planks? 41. My goodness. Waiting a guide. Waiting. A guide is coming. Okay. So does that mean I should actually have somebody assigned to the stables? I was always under the impression that people in the buildings would guide the ox, but I guess not. So, guide. Okay, yeah. So someone in the building is guiding the ox. Yeah, I thought so. Right, we're in January, so that means the fish don't sort of springish time to start to reproduce. But this is a rich resource node, so we're in a good place for that. From a fuel point, oh, we just made some money there. So we got plenty of firewood. We have plenty of charcoal as well. None currently in the building. So where are they picking that up from, I wonder? Trading, praying, trading. Stock goods for sale. So they are picking it up from here. Question is, do I put in a small storehouse here? Tell it not to trade. Because you can still do that, right? You can still turn off the market thing. Yep. And then tell it just to store stuff from this area. Because then at least when they're going to collect the resources, they're only going to go here, which should speed things up a little bit. I'd have thought anyway. We do need to consider tools as well. Because we've got 6 left. They don't seemingly use tools. So it's not every building. Pending maintenance resources. So there you go. So we're going to start losing some of the tools now. Now we can buy them in. Or we can start considering the whole mining situation. Do we have any spare houses? No. Ooh. So we're a little bit short of people. Charcoal, rubble, stone. Okay. And these don't have any additional burgage plots either. Now, I know if I upgrade these. What have we got here? Pollination. Current effect 49%. So we got carrots. 14 weeks to grow, medium yield. Cabbage, high yield, 18 weeks. Beetroots, 10 weeks, but low. I think we'll do carrots on one. Cabbage on the other. We have that small holding thing as well, which would be interesting to try at some point. So goats give meat and hide. Pigs just give pork. So let's... I might just go with just goats on these ones. Because we are going to need to make clothes at some point. Have you ever known me to min-max anything? Like, if this... What my one disappointment is that when you go into the cosmetic, they've not added anything else. That's why I like the idea of that town to city. Oh, there's my FPS. It's not doing too bad. Considering. Town to city. I think that needs like decorations and stuff for it to work properly. So I might give that game a try at some point. It looks like this, but Minecraft. Very weird looking. The town's a bit boxy for the time. I suppose. Currently, anyway. We need more curves. Just for you. Actually, I'll try that again. There you go. There's a curve. To be fair, I could probably get some houses in there. Do I do these slightly... Oh. Actually, I'm going to do them a little bit smaller. Try something like that. And then... This is going to be a bit funky. Let's see how it kind of deals with that space there. There you go. We got houses on a curve now. Although I do need more people. Food is definitely dwindled a little bit. Can we see how much these have produced? They even have goats. Oh, they do have goats. There we go. I feel like you should have to provide some kind of food to these. Because they're currently not eating anything. But I guess if we want to know what they're producing, we could look at our records. I'm assuming they've not produced anything right now. No. We'll give it a bit of time. The car turnaround, also known as a roundabout. Things like that make me miss City Skylines. Just putting roundabouts everywhere and bushes and trees. Those were the days. Right, how are we doing for... What am I looking for? Livestock. So we're still waiting on one more ox, which means we could probably at least assign one to that building for the moment. Yeah, having enough ox is just so important in this game. I could even probably get another horse. See, they got 45 charcoal in there now. Wow. So something's going on there. We got plenty of firewood. And I personally think in this case, because it's not like it used to be where it was just slow. I think it's because I'm going to go and take those sods out soon. I feel like it's because it's mostly in here. Yeah. So as soon as this building is complete, which it is, let's pause the game before they put anything in there. We'll turn the market stall off. We'll assign a family. And we literally, I'll just turn everything off for a second. So firewood and charcoal we want. I think that's it really, isn't it? Could store planks in here as well, I guess. Because it'd speed things up. So yeah, maybe we will. Yeah. Let's just see kind of if that helps a little bit. Hopefully it will. See these houses. These are not going to get built. Unassigned families. Ooh. I need to pinch someone from somewhere. Well, we don't need cash at the moment. We've got quite a bit of wealth. So we'll take someone from the trading post. Oh my goodness, I've been streaming for over 2 hours already. Time flies. Disasters turned on and points. Oh, God. You're about City Skylines 1 there. Remember that. Oh, that was awful. Why did I ever put myself through that? It was fun, but awful. You have plenty of employees. Can't you just make them do some wood cutting? Yeah, you can move people around. for sure. But we're getting to that point now. How are the mushrooms doing? Okay, so they're shrinking still. The fish not doing anything currently, it's still frozen. So as time progresses, I will need to move people about. We've got plenty of planks. In fact, way too many for the time being anyway. So we probably don't actually need anyone in there. Click through every menu just to remove a family. You don't need to show up for shift at the store. Instead, you need to grab an axe and get some firewood. Well, yeah, you could. Even in my line of work, I don't do one thing. There was a time where you just manage people. Now you're doing everything.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
How's the manor getting on? Slow. I feel like I should probably prioritize the Burkish plots first, and I feel like that's what they're doing, and it makes a little bit of sense. You don't have to drag the resources that far. Remember I told you I was working with equipment that cost £225,000 or something like that? Yep. I got very jealous when you mentioned NVIDIA. Aha, look, we have charcoal in there. Does that make sense then to remove it from this building? Oh, stone. Maybe we stop having firewood put in here, but they can still grab charcoal. Stone is almost done with. This could definitely... That'd make a nice square. If we could have like a park or something. I mean, this is... The church probably would have made more sense there, but... Just sort of kind of looking at it. One of them was defective and it broke the machine. Holy sh... I'm assuming there's insurance, right? Right, you guys can all have chickens. Because we have some cash. Oh yeah, it's not my fault, it was NVIDIA's fault, thankfully. Yeah, I bet it did make you sweat. That's mad. Jeez, I couldn't I couldn't deal with that. Yeah, definitely making plenty of cash here. Well, for what we need anyway. Let's have a look. So, exports all time. So we've made 519. Now the question is, has the trade value of charcoal dropped yet? Because that happens, doesn't it? No, probably because we're not trading enough.
Simply a bad match. These things do happen from time to time.
Be nice to see if on one of these menus as well, because food decays. Be nice to, there should be another little menu here that says like what you've lost through decay. Or rotting, or whatever you want to call it. A bandit camp was sighted. Yeah, we're going to have to take some of these out shortly. Had to replace 30 trays. Are they like the server racks that you slide in? Is that what you're on about? With my kind of very limited knowledge on that sort of stuff. The trays have the GPUs part of the whole machine. I mean, at least they're sorting it out, but still. Is it not, when you say it's a GPU, is it, it's not like a graphics card as in like what you put in your home machine. I'm guessing it's just like the internals of it. Oh, it's the AI stuff. Ah. So what's it powering? Is it powering something of theirs, or is it powering like Grok or something? Because that Adobe has AI and everything as well, don't you? You go into Photoshop or whatever and everything has AI in it. Isn't the 50 series of the GPUs use AI as well now, don't they? I saw a review the other day. My 3080 graphics card compared to I think it was a 5070 or a 4070. It might have been a 5070. I don't know. But mine was still like, unless you're trying to do something in 4K, but like in 1080p, mine was like on par with it. It was just crazy. Genes and gene sequencing, man. Just, it's mad, isn't it? To think like all these tests that would have had to have been done by a person or a team of people that would have took like probably a ridiculous amount of time. Now they can just kind of run scenarios through an AI and get results far quicker. I don't know how much quicker, but that's madness. Oh, here you go. Here comes the Raiders. So we have a year until they come. I'm not really fussed about them. Unless they come from this side of the map, they're probably going to walk through one of the AI towns. My 3080 tanked a few months before the warranty ran out. They sent me a new one. Oh, that's really good. When you say a new one, do you mean another 3080 or did you get something else? I didn't realize that mine had higher memory as well until I think it was yesterday. Because they're usually like 10 gigs. I think this one's got, is it 13 or something like that, or something random? Actually, I can tell you now. Because I can't remember. Performance. Probably overheating as we speak. GPUs, 69 degrees. Wow, it's not that hot. 12 gigabytes. There we go. I mean, at least they gave you one. I mean, damn. She did, and you helped her pick it out. And that's the difference between a normal 3080 and the one that you help her pick. It's got the extra memory, which obviously makes a massive difference. Yeah, they've got this nice house on a curve. This is actually kind of a nice little plot, actually. It's a shame that that wasn't stretched out to there, but I was looking at getting a new graphics card, and I just don't see the point. It's just, unless I want a 5090 or something, but I'm not paying for one of those. So I don't play games in 4K. So generally, it's done a really good job, to be fair. Yeah, I do like the fact that they conform and build to this area rather than just a square like City Skylines would. Which makes it look a lot more organic. Yeah, I'd agree, Melon. I don't even... nothing even like challenges the normal memory in the PC either. City Skylines might, if I really went crazy with all the add-ons and stuff. City Skylines 2 doesn't have a great deal you can download currently. I will have to get into that game at some point and learn how to play it. I watch people play it. I say people. City Planner Plays is about the only person that I watch play it, but it just makes it look so easy. But I don't feel like it is. Some aspects of it have got better, but there's still like pretty game-breaking bugs, and I think this entire year they've put out maybe one patch. It's just crazy. Built a monster computer last year, and the mine's got so bad I can't play it. 32 gig memory in i9 processor 4070A. I was going to say, do you just need glasses? But I'm guessing that's not the solution. Damn. That's unfortunate, that is. It's nice to see you still around though, Kasra. Like I was saying earlier, yourself, Laurie and Noble have been around for a long time now. Like following me through various incarnations of myself. Oh, you just don't know who you're going to expect to see turn up. It's always nice to see those familiar faces. Are these planting trees now? Planting, yeah, okay. Got plenty of planks. Timber's still a little bit on the short side. The ice is melting, so the fish will probably come back. The mushrooms starting to grow. There we are. So we did okay for food, to be fair. We've also got chickens and things now. So I don't know if... Oh, we're already on the right menu. Let's have a see. Some mushrooms. Bread's obviously gone. So we've not produced any other food so far. So even though we have the chickens here and we have the goats here, none of those have produced anything yet, as it appears anyway. Noble, I was thinking exactly the same thing. I'm not sure what that is exactly. Let me have a Google.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
Oh, so can you see out of the other eye though? Yes, Melon. It's eloquent as always. Apparently it damages a part of the retina responsible for central vision. My dad had a optical nerve stroke, which I'd never heard of before, and he's basically what he describes as like a grey line straight down his vision in one eye, which will never sort of return. That's it now. He's lost that. It kind of sounds similar, but he's got high blood pressure and he doesn't take his medication, so naturally. I'm just debating about doing some farming as well. We could, couldn't we? But that would require a farmhouse as well. There's definitely some fertility here for rye. But I think we'll be fine. Just between the mushrooms and the fish. And then hopefully getting some stuff here. We could upgrade something to a level 2. Maybe one of these newer houses. Oh, they don't have an expansion, do they? The thing in the back garden. They don't. That's unfortunate. What about this one? That one does. So butchers, mutton and hides from surplus livestock. So it's not the butchers, is it? What are we thinking? I'm sure there was another building. Bakery. Sausages from salt and meat. Oh, where's the one for the fish? The smoking fish. Oh, that's okay. You're just giving me watch time on YouTube. Windmill, sheep farm, pasture, farmhouse. It can happen at any part of the back side of the eye, but mine is in the center. So basically, yeah, so if you want to look at a screen, you're not really got a chance, but you could see the side of the screen. Damn. I'm confused on how to smoke fish. Wait a minute, there's a help thing somewhere, isn't there? Here we go. Resources. Wish this was in alphabetical order. Would it be smoked fish or just fish? Smoked fish. Storage type pantry required for crafting carp. So I have the fish. But how does one make it? Building producing the resources of fisherman's hut. How'd you make the smoked one? Unless it's not in the game. You smoke fish by drying it. Point up. Oh, melon. There's got to be a building that does it though. I'm just... Unless it's a level 3 building, but that seems a bit peculiar. And the butcher's doesn't say anything about smoking fish. What can I say? Catherine, I can't see the menus in Banished. So even when I make them huge, I still struggle. Especially with the bloody Mega Mod as well. There's so many things you can do in that. It's ridiculous. It's so daunting as well. Like I open up like the menu of what I can build here, and it's quite tidy. There's a few things, but the Mega Mod, it's just absolutely insane. Right, we don't need this building anymore. That can go. That leaves us a nice little space there. We could probably build some houses in kind of a weird triangle from the corners, maybe. We'll see if we can do that. I don't know if... I don't particularly need any more houses right now, but I'm curious. If I kind of... No, so I'd have to do it like that. Guess. Yeah. Because if I do that... Unless we do... Come on. Okay. It's not playing nicely. There we are. So if I do that and then rotate it, yeah, it's not going to do it on the diagonal. So I'd have to do something like that. Just trying to do something a little bit more interesting. It's going to leave a little bit of a space there. And then if we move this, I can feel my voice going croaky. You can tell I'm not used to speaking this much. I can't do anything with that there. The well is also in the way. I can probably put more than one of these in. So we'll put one there, one over here. Then I'm thinking, interested to see what this does. Would I be able to... It's going to look weird, but I want to try something slightly different because I don't want to make it too gritty. The only problem with that one is they've got nothing in their back garden, but unless... No. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it that way. God, it's so warm. feel like I've forgotten something, you know. It still says melting for the... I mean, we could fish. There's 224 fish. What's the... Yeah, we could just get... The problem is the lower you make that number, the longer it takes for them to replenish. But I think we're going to be fine for food. Be interesting to know when these other buildings are producing any food, but it doesn't look like they're doing anything. So there may be like once or twice a year sort of things. But I thought eggs would have been something by now. What have we got in here? Just fish and mushrooms. Oh God, what an awful diet. Although we got some vegetables going in. It'd be tempting to upgrade these to the small holding at some point. Because it's quite a big plot of land that really to deal with. In fact, if I do that, that's going to drop down to one spare family, isn't it? See, carrots, cabbage and mushrooms, vegan village. I mean, it's not with the fish. Can you be a vegetarian and eat fish, or is that a pescatarian? Yeah, it's a mostly non-meat diet currently, isn't it? Wow, we got loads of planks. We're not even making any planks. Look how long it's taken him to build this as well. The thing is, the planks and the stone, they carry, so that's nothing to even do with an ox. It's just taking time. Actually, what's the... Let's get that up, because we're going to need the retinue, aren't we, in order to deal with this attack. Too warm in here. I'm dying. Oh, I have a question. Can you hear this noise?
These things do happen from time to time.
Okay, that's good to know. I think the unassigned villager count reflects the town's building speed. Yeah. I don't know where else. Well, to be fair, I could unassign someone from the log, because we don't need any more lumber currently. Obviously, these two buildings we definitely need to be operating. Trading post has got one family. That storehouse will need someone. Technically, we don't need anyone in this livestock trading one, so there's another spare family. Why did that number not increase? Stone pit, there's nobody in there. What else have we got? Fishermen, there's one family in there currently. There's one family over there getting mushrooms as well. Surely that should be a higher number. I could probably take someone out of the granary, but... Wait, we have 136 firewood, so let's take someone out of there. There we go, a third family. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could hear the sound effects or not. It's part of the mixer thing for the microphone. I don't think the game updates instantly. They need to get to their home first or finish. Yeah, that's a fair point. But I'd think now, because I've told them to prioritize the manor. Either that, or I could tell them to prioritize these houses to speed things up. I mean, that one can have an expansion, which would give us another family. So can that one. And seeing as they're this close, if I put them on the highest, it'll give me 2 more families if people move in. And then drop that just to the very high. Yeah. There's just like random... Oh, I've done that one, haven't I? Yeah. There's just ones that came with it. I mean, I do have one of melons somewhere, which I think just needs attaching to it, but... Let's have a see. I'm pretty sure. Problem is I, I don't know how loud it'd be. God, there's so many different things on here. This is crazy. There's just stuff from like the old stream and everything as well. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a classic. Editing videos is an art. That's something I've learned over the years. I'm going to go back to the drawing board when it comes to YouTube content creation. I'm not rush making the video. It's easy to bang a video out in a day, but I don't think that's the right way to go about it. If you do one video a week, but it's high quality, then that's enough. One video, a couple of streams, I think probably makes a little bit more sense. Maybe 2 videos. I don't know. You are getting to the age where it isn't easy to bang one way. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm still a sprightly young man. Now the question is, they've got cabbages. Oh, there is a different thing then. So I was wondering if it just all looked like cabbages, but there is some little leaves coming out of the ground there for the carrots. Attention to detail, I approve. So we got another family moving in. That gives us 4. Excellent. That means more people to get that manor done, because we are going to need some retinue. God, it's so slow. Let's keep the game on a little bit of a faster pace. My only concern is food at this point. I might have to pinch one of those families for extra fish. I think I followed you for 10 years. Doesn't really seem that long. It is frightening, really. In fact, I could probably tell you when I set up my other YouTube channel, but I don't think it was the first video. I could tell you when the first video is, I suppose. Let me switch YouTube channels. Switch account. It's mad, it's still got 3,400 subs on there. I'm not putting anything on there in forever. Videos. So the first video was 10 years ago. Wow. Damn. That's frightening. It has flown by, to be fair. I mean, I don't even know where this year has gone, let alone the last 10 years. God, no. Oh, shocking. The life will pass you by in a blink of an eye, honestly. You just don't realize it. It's funny because I kind of say to myself, I'll start streaming next week. You know, I'll do videos next week. And then next week turns into a year. But it doesn't feel like a year has gone. It still feels like it's only next week. It's just, yeah. 10 years. If I'd have stuck at it all that time, I wonder if I'd be doing it full time by now. Say that, it looks like So Everdream is, from a streaming point of view. I don't think he does anything on YouTube. And he obviously started a lot like later than me. I mean, I don't know how well he's doing financially, but he's clearly doing it as a job, so goes to show. I'd forgotten about him. Yep, he's still around. I think he's gone to TwitchCon, actually. I pop into his stream like once every couple of months just to see how things are. But yeah, he quit his job however long ago that was now. I feel like it was last year, and he's just done this ever since. Which is really cool, to be fair. The only person I've not seen in a long time from way back then is John Kennington. But I think in part that's due to some drama. But yeah, he was one of the first names that I think I recall. And I'm terrible at remembering names, but there's quite a few people I can think of from back then. It's yeah. Never heard of him. He sent me at one point, I think it was Hirsch's, but I went into a sweet shop in the UK and they do like old style sweets, but they also have a section for American candy. And they had I think it was a Hershey's dark chocolate bar with mint and biscuit. It was absolutely delicious, but then I couldn't get it anymore. Almost just nicked eggs. At least we know we're producing them. But he sent me across a couple of boxes of them, but smaller ones. Oh, yeah. It was back from those. I think he commented on maybe the third video along or something like that, and he stuck around for a good while, even like the streams. But yeah, people come and go, I guess. But I guess in essence, when I think about it, that's the first gift I ever got as a YouTuber, streamer, whatever you want to label it as. And some stick around. I know, I'm really flattered, to be fair, that people do stick around. Considering I go quiet, you don't even know I could have died for all intents and purposes. I don't say anything for like 6 months, and then out of the blue, I get out of my my coffin and say hello. It's the one guy I do seriously miss his Night Ghost. Yes. Yes. He got back into streaming for a short while, then he vanished into thin air again not long after. I know he had some personal issues. I reached out to him a few times and never got a response. Because it would have been cool for like me, him, and Noble to have done something again, just, you know, for nostalgia. And yeah, is it Martha? Was that the voice he did? Martha, yeah. Those were the days. He was such a nice guy as well, you know. Hopefully he's fine anyway. I mean, like, family and health comes first, as you guys often remind me. But yeah, it is a shame. Sorry, I'm just zipping about, just waiting for things to happen. He had a real gift with his impersonations. Yeah, he did. He just made those videos. That was his unique thing, wasn't it? You watch Banished for a min-max and in-depth explanation, you watch Noble. If you wanted to watch how to decorate and fall asleep, you watch me. And if you wanted some real entertainment, you watch Night Ghost. What was the other American guy that came along later on? Oh. I think of his name. He did Banished for a little while, and like a planet crafting game, and I can't even think what that's called. My memory's appalling, by the way, and that's definitely a sign of age, I've noticed. Fall asleep. No, it's not that bad. It depends. On a stream, I have a bit more energy, depending on like what's going on. But on a video, yeah, it's like a different me almost. Oh God, What is his name? That's going to bug the life out of me now. Josh, as in like Josh the Tech. No, I mean, he's still in the Discord. Like I say, he plays a lot of like train sim and stuff, but no, not a peep. I feel like I did message him once, or maybe I just tagged him in the Discord. I can't remember, but nothing. He was great fun. Did he move to Netherlands with his partner? I think that was the last thing that I heard. And I know he watches City Planner Plays as well, because we're both in his Discord, so he's still about, I guess. You know, Josh the Tech. He used to be one of the mods. To be fair, he's the one that set up a lot of my stream stuff for me previously, so I've had to struggle through it this time without his help. I can't think who that bloody person was that I'm trying to think of now. What was his name? Actually, I think he's in the Banished. Oh, no, he's Blind and Let me rephrase that. Blind and confused him with me. I don't know how. Let me search my name in the Banished Discord. I feel like it was Blind and One Last Midnight. That's who I was thinking of. There we go. I think he's still around as well, but his name just I can almost picture his face, but just couldn't think of his name. I quite like his kind of the way he went about his videos, but I don't know how popular he is, if he's doing really well or not. I just know that he still does it. Say people come and go. Some people just continue for years, don't they? So I just wish I'd have stuck at it the whole time and weren't so that's bad English, wasn't so inconsistent. But things happen. Hopefully this time it's not a fleeting appearance, which I don't think it will be. I've spent so much time setting everything up. It'd be a incredible waste of my time if I just went, once was enough. Right, I'm still waiting for 2 bits of stone. I think the 3-hour mark is what I'm going to call it, because it's not late here. It's only 10:15, but I'm usually in bed by now. That's bad. Are you older than me? I thought you were younger, but I could be mistaken. I'm 44. 44. Oh, shocking. Bloody hell, these people are thirsty. Oh, they're not. Oh, it's a hitching. Wow, I moved that so long ago. I thought it was a well. Age doesn't mean anything, I don't think. Like, there's some customers that I serve in the shop are like 80. And you look at them, one, they don't look 80. And like mentally, they're not 80. And then you'll meet someone that's 60 that acts and looks like they're 103. So, you know, everybody's completely different. So, I mean, it's easy to say because I'm older, that age is just a number, but it really is. My birthday's in December, so I have to really think and do the math to remember how old I am. Yeah. I never get it right. I feel like when I hit 45, I'm going to be 45 until I'm 50, because I'm probably going to forget the numbers in between. I can imagine that. Noble looks very good for his age. Speaking of people that look good and have all their faculties about them. Mr. Rambler is certainly one of those people. He fits into that category quite nicely. Right, so we had some eggs stolen. I wanted to check that. There we go. So we produced 5 eggs and had 5 stolen. That's brilliant. Oh, there we go. So Siobhan. So we've had some produced, but nothing else has happened. So is that 5 in a year? So that's 1, 2. Yeah, so that's 1 per building. It can't be 1 per year. It's got to be more than that. 57, I feel like 44. I mean, that's a good thing, right? I feel like I'm 57, so I think we've swapped bodies and minds somewhere along the line. This has got to be the last 2 pieces of this. Come on. Yes, there we go. How does one get a retinue? Oh, I already have one. So I have 5 retinue. I think, do you know what? We might go and take out one of those camps before I do anything else. So, because I haven't done this in a while. So we'll rally you here. We'll get these retinue. In your case, it was all those grass squares that did you in. Oh my God. Can you remember that? Oh. What the heck? My retinue stuck inside the building. Oh, the game's paused. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. I thought it was broken then. You are a baby melon. A baby melon. Yeah, those grass squares. I was addicted to those bloody things, wasn't I? But it made such a difference. And then you get city skylines that have things that are far superior to do the exact same job. Now let's send these guys over here. So retinue, we'll leave you as balanced, maybe. You draw lines, isn't it? Is that how you do it? Yep. And then you guys will do the same. I might have them as stand your ground because I don't want to lose villagers. Hopefully this is going to go well because we haven't got a huge amount of retinue. I keep thinking we do need to deal with this because we have no tools left. That's going to potentially cause a problem. So we just need to move, if I remember rightly, just over the border. That usually is enough to get their attention, he says. It is time for war. Although they've got the high ground, which I don't like very much. That being said, they won't have archers, will they? So we should be okay. Oh, yep, there they come. Question is, will I get... No, it's a hill all the way up, isn't it? Moving downhill, cohesion, climbing, fatigue. This is gonna go terribly wrong. So they got high effectiveness. So there's 18 of them. So we have a few more. Let's speed it up. Get them a little bit closer. The animations are fantastic. Can you imagine even doing this? I couldn't imagine living in these times and having to fight like this. Okay, you're just going to leave the retinue to get absolutely battered. That's not very nice, guys. Come on. See, some of them are pushing this way and not actually doing anything. This is definitely Kingdom Come Deliverance, isn't it? Even like the clothing is exactly the same. Just need Henry. So we've just lost somebody. So we had one casualty of war there. Send them back. Now, if I'm right in thinking, so we've got influence, but you can get money, can't you, by raiding their camp? I feel like I need to play Kingdom Come Deliverance as well now. It's not even safe to stream that game, is it? Some of the stuff that happens in that game. The combat system is really hard. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it takes some getting used to. I mean, I played the first one, so it was pretty much... Oh, shield wall. That's something different. Well, yeah, you kind of get used to it. I suppose it also depends what difficulty you play the game on. Laurie just saying it as it is. It's getting like the sword in the right position, isn't it? Basically. But you can play it in a way, I think you mess around with the settings so it's a little bit easier, but then I suppose it takes away from the game a little bit. Send that to my treasury. Because we need that for a retinue, don't we? Perfect. Oh, God, my eyeballs getting dry. Well, I've got to say, I didn't think I'd make it through 3 hours. A lot of bleeping. I can just remember this part where you're in the cart and there's a woman with you. And I think she asked him if he likes boobs or something to that effect. I just remember laughing so much. Because he's so awkward, isn't he? It's really funny. It's good to see you all again as well. Like, especially some really old faces. It's always good to see you. Yes, asking if you like boobs or ass. That was it. Oh, such a good game. So well written. Yeah, I'm going to review a few things. But I think, yeah, I'll definitely get another stream in. I just need to figure out what days and times is sort of best. But I'm not working for at least another week, so I'll definitely get another stream in. Without a shadow of a doubt. I'm really getting old. Everyone's getting old, Kathra. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining and watching and contributing. It's actually made me feel so good because I thought I was going to be talking to myself for a good couple of hours. So it's been a pleasure to catch up and hopefully see you soon. I might play something different on the next stream. So any suggestions for something reasonable in Discord and we might pick it up. Be 72 in a couple of months. And you're still kicking, Kathra. Take care, everyone. See you all soon.